Welcome back to Silverrun Forest on Farming Simulator 22 for episode 28 with me, MrSealyp. It's 2:26 in the afternoon. It's still April 2. I'm going to get the seeding done here on... I keep saying here on our new field. Why do I keep forgetting the number of it? Field 3. I'm going to be doing soybean in here. I have just purchased a second 8350. Because I was reliably informed that if you buy a second one, it will then give you the option to extend the sides out. Like I said, I'm sure that was an option on the original, but I think that only occurs once you've got a second one. Now, I've only got two, so one will be attached to this offset to the side. It may twist at a funny angle. If it does, I might need to buy a third. Now, these are 5.2 meters wide, so they give me 10.4, and then if I do have to get a third, that'll be 15, nearly 16 meters wide for 16, no, 6, 12, 18,000. 18,000 for a 15 meter seeder. That's pretty good. So what I've got to do now is disconnect that. I'm going to go this side, I think, so I've extended that out. Like I say, it might go at a funny angle. I don't know how this is going to pan out. And then what I'll do once this is seeded, I'm going to spend a bit of time topping up my water distribution system. And I will probably see you in May 1. I don't know if any of our crops will be ready by then. I don't think the sunflower will be ready. Maybe this will go straight. We'll see. Got to try and get this down past. I should have gone to the field first, really, shouldn't I? I'll get the angle right. I'll start part way down because I've got to run the whole field anyway. If I get that kind of lined up, it looks like it will pull straight. I thought it might pull at an angle, but it looks like it might be okay. And as you can see, you can then extend that arm out and put a third one there, and you could keep going because that one then has got an arm, so you could go out and like I said, I did it on, was it FS17 or 19? I'm sure it was 19. Washoe, I know I did. I'm sure, because somebody else commented saying on the other maps, I think I had 5 running on. Anyway, regardless, it's a cheap alternative. They don't hold a lot, but they should work. So if I drop that one down, and that one down, and we head forward, that'll work. I'll take that. Raise that up. The only problem is reversing is a bit of a problem, as you can imagine. So you need to give yourself a bit of room to manoeuvre. I'm not sure that's going to line up properly, but we'll do our best. Thank you for, I say every episode, thank you for the people that commented, messaged, to suggest different options, things I could use. You know, one that I did completely forget about, and I said in the last episode about trying out different bits of equipment, or probably on the next Let's Play that I do, was the Schultz modding underground silo, which has got a large capacity. It's a bit more expensive than the one I put down there, the Omatana one, but that's not a bad shout actually. So I might look at, yeah, like I say, next Let's Play. I have had people already message me saying I should go full on the next one. So using all stuff I haven't used before, including seasons and precision farming. I'm sorry, I'm not insane. I'm not doing that. I just, no. I will lose my marbles. And weirdly, like I said before, people seem to want me to do things like that. And then when I did Griffin, Indiana, it became apparent that it was difficult to make money. You couldn't progress as much as you wanted to. Oh, by the way, I didn't remove all the stones off this field. I know I said I was thinking about it. I didn't do it in the end. I left them. I may get a bit of extra damage on my vehicles, but I just didn't get around to it. Yeah, people were a bit then kind of, because it was taking me a while. I couldn't afford to buy all the fields. I couldn't afford to do all the things I was going to, not unless I did a sort of 4-5 year running Let's Play. In game, not in real life. Any bits I miss on the edges I will come and clean up. Let's get a worker hired. That should carry on and keep it nice and straight while I'm talking. So yeah, all good. I did another walk and talk today. I did a little bit of a tour around Gracendale Farm. If anyone was watching the live stream, thank you for joining me when it was live. If you're going to watch it afterwards, if you're enjoying the walks and talks, I did have a bit of an issue today with the Wi-Fi dropping out. Not the Wi-Fi, the signal dropping out. And that's going to be a proviso, I think, moving forward. Depending on where I am and where I'm streaming will depend very heavily on whether or not I get disconnects on the stream, which goes for anybody that's doing live streaming, I guess. You just have to be kind of aware it might happen. But also what I think I might do is what I said on the stream, if I do anywhere I'm going to be in a place where I think I might not get a connection, what I might have to do is not go live, record as if I was live, and then just post that video later. That might be an option as well. But if you are watching one of my streams, if it does disconnect, stick with it. It should reconnect. If it doesn't reconnect after a while, I might post to say, look, unfortunately, the stream is over. But maybe that will be the case, maybe it won't. But yeah, just a little bit of a history about Gracendale Farm. I've talked about it a little bit in Deansgale, the place that myself and MrSealyp bring farm dog, and sometimes our kids come with us. This is our little kind of getaway, our bolt hole, you know, that we go to in the lakes. I mean, we go all over the place in the lakes, but this is one of those places we like and we kind of return to. It's a home away from home. So if you're interested in that, we did post. Anyway, just wanted to show you that I bought the second one. Did I leave these both down? I bought the second one. We are running two. I might well buy a third, but in all honesty, at this width, it's not going to take me long to do a field this size, and I haven't got any massive fields yet. So we'll see as we go into May. I'm hoping I'll have a bit more milk, because that's the next step I'm going to do, is doing some with the milk. I had a really weird... I was thinking about the diner there, and I said about doing malt and doing strawberries. I was absolutely convinced that there was a mod on console for doing strawberry milkshake. And I thought that would be a proper, you know, with the malt and stuff as well. But maybe one of the dairies does it, maybe not with malt, but I couldn't find one. And I suddenly thought, again, I obviously just dreamt that. I thought it was a thing, but maybe not. So I might just do a regular dairy, and the strawberries you might just sell. If anyone can think of the mod that did that. I did have a bit of a search through all the mods that came up saying dairy under productions, but I just couldn't find anything. So don't know, that was the plan, but we might have to just change that slightly. It's May 1, it's just gone 7 o'clock in the morning, so having doubled down with our seeders, we're going to be looking at dairy. What I'm quite impressed with is the fact that I haven't delivered anything new. I haven't delivered anything here to the boatyard, and it still looks like it's making the next one, although no, we are missing a load of stuff, so yeah, it's not going to carry on much longer. I did take the liberty off camera of purchasing that little strip of land, you know, the bit I said I was going to. That's for something I'm going to be doing, hopefully not in this episode, but moving forward. What I am going to do, because we got our chickens and we're going to have some eggs, I thought we would put in the egg sell point for them. But I think we'll put it here by the side of the road, like a little, no, not like fruit and vegetable, that kind of thing, you know. Actually, I don't know if the tractor's going to be in the way. And then we're going to head over to the cows, check on the cows, check the feed, check the milk. That's why I've brought this tanker over, because I spent a load of time filling up the water distribution system. This tank should be alright. I can use this now. If I need it at any point, I can. So what I'm going to do is go into here, go to sell points, and along the bottom we should have, where was it? That one there, market stall for eggs. Hang on, though. Let's do that again. Just so I can see which way around the thing. Alright, okay, so if I swing around that way, like that, it's 500, so that's getting more expensive. So's that. I think about there. That's alright, we'll do a little bit of landscaping for that. So people can come and get eggs by the side of the road. Honesty box there, and people can pay as they go. So we'll bring our eggs here when we've got enough to do. All will be good there. It doesn't take up space that I was using for anything else really. So I should be able to just put a bit more gravel back in, put the path back in. Someone did say actually on the last episode when I did all the landscaping stuff for building a homestead, somebody did say, well, a couple of people commented, I had a couple of direct messages as well, people saying thanks for showing it. I know people seem to be still a little bit nervous about landscaping and trying things out, and like I said before, just get yourself a test map and just play around with it. And if you're doing it on your map you're doing your storyline on, or your map you don't want anything to go wrong on, just save your game before you do any changes. Make sure you've got auto save turned off. If you make a mistake, just come out, come back in again, and your previous save will be there and it won't be an issue. I mean, that's an option, you don't have to do that, of course. So somebody said, can I show it more when I'm doing landscaping and stuff? I don't mind showing it, you know, it's good off my nose whether we put it or not. What we'll do is go to our painting tool. We'll do a little bit of gravel across the front there, if it will let me. That's the only problem with bits like this, because it's allowed me to place it, but it's overlapped from where the boatyard is, although I did buy the boathouse, but obviously it's not kind of technically mine, but whatever. It's very strange about the textures not being the same, but anyway, I'm not going to keep talking about that, and then we'll go... Probably not going to let me go across there, is it? Nope. I'll have to leave a little bit of it concrete. I should have come further this way with it, so it was on the land that I owned, but it's difficult to know, isn't it, sometimes? That's alright, little pathway for people to access it. And that's the thing, I mean, I didn't save it before, but doing that now, I'm happy with that, but I suppose had I moved it further this way, I could have then done more landscaping. And that's something that would be just a trial and error thing. You just have a look and see what you think. Do as I say, not as I do. But weirdly, it will let me put the grass there, but not a texture. How weird. Okay, well I can kind of grass over it then. It won't look as bad. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a little bit better, isn't it? At least you can't see all of the concrete. Anyway, that's in. So, turn that off. Now we're off to the cows. I also have got sunflowers looking great. It's not ready to harvest yet. But they have grown, definitely. So that's looking very healthy. The soybean I planted in April 2, that's already grown. You'll see it when we go up there. I need to go up to the maltings because we've got an absolute load of bags of malt that need to be delivered. That needs to go to the sell everything container up at the North Sawmill. So what I'll do is I'll load that all on and we'll get that taken up and sold. I will say though, I could probably do with some more sell points. Like I said, I was convinced for some reason, I don't know why I was convinced, that with the maltings it came with a sell point. For some reason I thought it did. And I thought it came with a sell point for that very reason. Oh, I know what it needs. It's It's Zodelzocht, isn't it? It needs the Zodelzocht wholesale. Hang on, have we got that? Just thinking, if we've got the sell point, if I haven't, I think that's what we need. Still everything. No, wood production. I've got it, but yeah, that's what it is. Because if I look at the pricing, our wheat malt there is 689. So I've used my wheat to make malt. I bought the maltings and I've added water to it to make that. And if we go up, and then again, it just comes down to whether or not you want to do a different process or you're just looking to make as much money as possible. Because at the moment, the wheat is selling for over 1,000. So I'm actually losing money. I would have been better off just selling the wheat if I was going to go down that route. But because I wanted to use the maltings, get the malt and do that, but I think I'm going to... Where would I put it? I have to think of where I could put it. I need a space for it. Anyway, that being said, let's just check on the cows. It looks like the grass is growing again now, which is nice. How are we looking feed-wise? And there we go. Food looks alright. Milk, 3,000 litres. Straw, slurry. Oh, we've got slurry as well. Oh, that's what I haven't checked. We put it in, and I haven't been around to check it since. I'm hoping this hasn't got anything in it. Okay. We've got some manure, that's good. So the other way to check on this then is going to be to go into the menu, turn to our animals. Our brown swith. Actually, feed's not looking too bad. I can top them up, but it doesn't really need to. So what I'm going to be putting in now is a little dairy. This is going to be not some of the bigger dairies. Like I said, I was looking to see if I could find the one that does strawberry milkshakes, but I can't remember. And again, I might be misremembering. If I do, I might end up putting that somewhere else. But for the time being, I'm going to put in one that does raw milk. It's like a little shipping container. The details will be in the description because I can't off the top of my head remember who it was. But I'm just trying to decide where to put it. I might just put it down the side here. So I've got the little dairy right here and I'll just move the milk from one to the other. I think we can do the regular production stuff, but it makes sense. I might put it that side actually. Have ourselves a little courtyard thing. Although that does slope away there a little bit. I'm just thinking of landscaping. This is nice and flat up here, isn't it? Yeah, give me a second. Let's get it put in. Okay, we're in. So yeah, it's just a shipping container. I think it opens. Does it open? I thought it did. Maybe it doesn't open. But anyway. So we can do a butter, cheese and chocolate as you normally can, but we can do raw milk. I did sheep's milk on Griffin, so we're going to do raw milk. It's a 1-to-1 recipe, 24,000 cycles a month. It does go pretty fast actually. Although, oh no, this is the one I might actually do. I wanted to do raw milk, but I'm pretty sure we can only, it just sells directly, doesn't it? The raw milk. You get a better price for it, I think. We get a gooder price for it. Gooder than normal. Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure it was. I was thinking, oh, that'd be cool. We can get the raw milk pallets, but I'm pretty sure. Where are we? Raw milk. Okay. So. Well, we're going to put the milk in anyway. So we can still do the other things. That's peculiar. And my milk is from the other end, isn't it? Might as well get some going. Does that make sense? I think it might be right where I am, you know. There we go. Yeah, right out here. That's alright. Let's get that put in. So, double down on dairy. That's what we've done today. And I need to check out, so there's be a lot of sell points going in. I need to check on that as well then for the raw milk. Do I need to put another sell point in? Let's put our milk in. So we're building things up here. I'm going to do something controversial, probably in the next episode, I think. I've got a load of the pallets of strawberries already, and like I say, because the whole thing with strawberry milkshake's gone out the window, I'm not sure what to do now. I'd probably just sell them, but that was the whole kind of, oh, that'd be really cool, milk, and hey ho. Do I set this off on something else, or do I set it off doing more milk? I'm sure I read somewhere that it sells on the hour, but without a price thing there, I don't know what I'm going to earn from it. At the end of the day, I suppose, it's only just over 3,000 litres. If I did, it's not the end of the world. I have done some checking. Yes, it does. The raw milk sells directly to the customer, so there's no price for it. So what I'm going to do, first load round, I'm going to do cheese. And then once that's run out, the next load of milk we bring to it, we'll put it on raw milk, and we'll earn more money for our milk than we would do normally. So we've got a little dairy running, which is cool. What we are going to do, have been on to the manufacturer, we are going to put in the wholesale. So hopefully it's going to be really annoying if I put it in and the price for the wheat malt is less than the price for wheat, because then you've got to argue what's the point. I suppose if you've got to look at it from a different perspective. You can either look at the perspective of it's all about making as much money as I can, or if I'm providing a product, because at the end of the day, if you're brewing, for example, you need malt. You don't need wheat. So, there are companies out there that need to produce these things. Obviously, you don't want to be making it at a loss, but if you're paying more for your wheat than you're selling your product for, not really a very good business model. Not quite sure why I didn't need the milk tank over there, but I'll take that back later on. Again, just sort of carried away. What I'm going to do is take this over to collect the malt bags that we'll sell. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to say as well. When I said I took the liberty of buying that little plot of land for 20,000, obviously you noticed the money has gone up considerably. I also took the liberty of delivering. I did 11 runs. 11 runs. That's 48,000 litres of wood chips, because I still had, I say great demand. It was a little bit more than everywhere else at the fire department for wood chips. So we're now sitting on. Why is that not showing? Is that turned off? Yes, it is. 735,000 litres of wood chips. So I've sold 500,000, or just over 500,000. I did 530,000 litres, and I earned just under 300,000 for that. So that's why the money's gone up. So what we can afford to do as well, we're going to put the wholesale in. I'm going to put it in the corner of the field. Down here, because I'm intending to buy another plot of land, and I was going to wait to do it, but I think I'm going to do it in this episode as well. We are truly expanding at quite a rate. There we go, look, the grass is growing. So this lot has grown up a bit more. There's a bit in the middle, so it's not all just flat and unappealing. But what is good news is the grass that I planted up on the hillside and on the top. Oh, that's something we can do. Just suddenly realised. Let's turn around there. We can set our cabin, can't we, up on the hill? I don't know if we can see it from here. All that grass that I planted up there, actually we're probably better off looking on the map, but that's all ready to harvest. I can cut all that now. Oh, there you go, you can see it through there. So grass up on the hillside, up on the top, and this extra field I put in, that's all ready to cut. So it does mean I can make more hay, I can do more silage if I want to. I might put should I do a silage clamp? Haven't done a silage clamp for a little while. I might put in a silage clamp over by my cow area as well. I did silage bales before, but you know what, might be nice. Take a load of grass over there, do a bit of compacting, that kind of thing. But in this gap here, I think is where we're going to put the wholesale. Like I say, it's been a bit of a day of putting the egg sale point. We put in a little dairy, we're going to put in a wholesale. And hopefully, hopefully we see a better price. Otherwise, I've just spent another 100 grand. So yeah, we're investing in infrastructure in the community. What's that, 100,000? Oh, good. It was definitely there, wasn't it? What's that saying? 100,005. That's pretty good. We'll take that. Again, I'll do a little bit of landscaping off of the road and off that way, so we got it more for the sell point. Now, I guess... Hang on a minute. Am I just putting the right thing? That's for wood, isn't it? So if I want to sell wood here, let's check on the pricing. Fingers crossed this has made a difference. Right, so wheat now. Wholesale is 1,065. Please tell me the malt bags are worth more than that. Oh dear. No, 718. That's very peculiar, considering they're from the same company. Yeah, I guess you've got to ask the question. If the base material was worth more than the product you're making, why go to the effort of making the product? Other than the bits I've said, of course. You're providing a service, you're providing something that people need. And people need to be fed, of course. Oh, I'll collect them up anyway and bring them down. I've got to sell them now. I don't think I can take the wheat back out of there that I haven't produced yet. So we'll drive up and we'll get those bags loaded. I'll bring those back. I'm just happy to be adding to what I'm doing. It's really kind of taking shape, having gone from just doing the forestry aspect of things to now into the farming side of things. I think what we'll do, actually no, I need to have a look at because there's quite a lot of various different silage clamps available. I did like the one that came up the other day. Who was that by that I did on the mod review that had the grass sides? There are a few like that. That might be quite nice there. Put in a silage clamp so we can do some loose silage as well. That way I can use that mixer wagon to do either. But the other purchase I was going to make, which will mean I'll have more access to more stone for making more lime and stuff like that, is all of this. Which means I can cut all of this. If I don't make it into fields, I'll have all this available. So, let's go to our main map. We are now here. This plot, how much did I say it was? 294,124. And it goes, whoa, okay, that's huge. That's a lot of forestry as well. That's quite the investment. I haven't been over there. I did a login bit there. I'm not quite sure if I can access that. Should we do it? Let's do it. The hills are alive. That's pretty cool. There's plenty to be getting on with here. So yeah, for at least for the time being, I'm going to have to do a load more work off screen again, aren't I? Unless people want to watch me doing mowing again. Do you want to watch me doing mowing again? Do some more mowing, do some more grass work. If I put a new silage clamp in, we'll do a load of loose grass and we'll put it in and we'll compact the silage clamp. I've got a load more stone. I can use a hydraulic breaker on here. We'll take that off, and then obviously there's a whole load more lumber if I want to do more lumber. I suppose I could, if I take grass off the first time and then make these into fields I could put crops into. If I remove some of these trees, I could extend these like I did over there. I don't want to take too many more out because, like I say, we're already over 1,000 trees. It's quite a lot to have removed. Well, that is quite a lot. Right, I'm going to swing round, come back. I'm using the big bag handler from the CSZ pack. I was asked again the other day who it was by. The other one was Farm Centro Sul. That was the John Deere bag handler. That was big bag and support package. But this one, the CSZ one, does also give us the ability to. Actually, I need to turn those off now, don't I? It will let me do that. I think I can put one on that side as well. Like that. So I don't have to just use the straps. It's designed to do it like this as well, which is pretty cool. I need to work out where the straps are. I've got two on the top here and I'll put some up there. We'll take these off to the wholesale and we'll sell them. So our malt production is going well. albeit at a loss. I mean, I suppose technically it's not a loss, is it? It was my wheat. It's not like I bought the wheat. Oh. To you. How am I going to detach them? I'm not sure I can. Because that still seems to be... Oh, okay. So that's another one of those episodes, I get them, where nothing seems to go right. I was supposed to just detach this, I'm sure I did before. Detach. No. Oh, that one did drop off, okay. That one hasn't. I don't really want to do one at a time, that's going to take me forever. It will drop off, it just, yeah. That's not really the best way of doing that, is it? So what I'm going to do, go back to what I was originally going to do. It's fine if you're going to be filling up seeders or emptying into a silo or something like that, I think. But I think for what I'm going to be doing, I'm better off do it this way. Okay. Right, I'll see you in a minute when this is all loaded up. We'll head down to the wholesale and we'll sell them. And then, just thinking, should I put in the silo or do I wait for next episode? Don't know. I might wait for the next episode because I do need to do a bit of off-camera research on that. I don't want to... I tend to kind of go for that knee-jerk reaction. I'll get this one because I've got it installed already. And then people will message and say, oh, you are aware there was this and there was that was available. And sometimes what I've chosen is that I've chosen it because I really wanted it, but other times just because it was there, it was available. And I've always been a little bit, MrSealyp will probably agree, a bit impetuous when it comes to she's nodding. Yeah, I don't wait. I tend to do it and then afterwards think, oh, I shouldn't have done that, or had I have waited I could have got this or done that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be sensible this time. No, it doesn't happen very often, but I will. So I can do it actually with this one, which will work out quite well. I can do all three. I wonder if let me do three here. Do that one. No. Let me push it. Kind of. It's alright. Let me pick up all three. Yep. Wasn't sure it would let me, but it will. Okay, so since we're losing money, we might as well do it quickly. Tear off the band-aid and get it over and done with. I'm going to close that down actually. Oh, I think I was going to do while I'm here. I'm going to whiz across just to show the how soybeans grown really nicely. As you saw, that got rolled. But we'll have a look and see how this is all going over here. The chickens all seem very happy. We've got eggs being produced, which is great. And our strawberries, which is great. Gives us more things to sell and take off and do whatever. I am going to have another scour through all the different productions. It might mean test mapping it again and trying out a few different dairies and seeing. It could have been production with something else. Or was I thinking of ice cream? Did one of them do ice cream? That might be what I was thinking of. It might have been strawberry ice cream. Anyway. I think we're strapped on as best as we're going to be for the time being. Watch out for the train. Let's get these sold. So yeah, I started off saying tonight. I'm going to let's say controversial. I've put crops in barley and soybean. When there's sunflowers ready to go, if I do another field, I'm going to put corn in, which is a long-term thing. But I'm looking at doing something on a sort of industrial sort of level, not scale, but it's industrializing something. I've talked about fish farming already, but it's that. But yeah, I need some crops for feed, so I'm looking at how I'm going to go about it, what I'm going to use. I know it's not going to please everybody, but like I've said before, it doesn't seem to matter what way around to do things. Some people will be happy, some people won't. So at the end of the day, if something I'm going to do, I'm just going to say, you know what, it's part of the process of what I'm doing. And then once my crops are ready, well, they will be technically my crops. You'll see. Whether I do it in the next episode or not, like I say, I've got grass work and stuff to do as well. We'll look at silage clamp. Please sell straight off the trailer. I don't have to unload them, otherwise that will be really... There we go, that's alright. So that's nearly 8,000 already. Another 3,000, so about 12 grand. Hey, it was alright. I've made more, about the same money selling wood chips as I just did for selling the malt, but that's all good. I'm also going to have a look through, because I'm pretty sure there's got to be a Zodlzock production that requires the malt, which there probably is as well. But anyway, that's it for today's episode. I've got the jobs done I wanted to get done, placed a few things I wasn't expecting placing this. But it does give us another sell point, gives us another selection of options when we do come to sell products. They're not always better prices, but sometimes they are. So, you know what? It's all good. Doesn't hurt to have some extra sell points on the map. I think what I'll probably do is start landscaping this in. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.